awkward when we wear the same clothes all the time. Welcome back in on this Thursday afternoon, Friday Eve here in the KSL studios. We're here back on the Browser 5.0 this afternoon with Sydney Tetra from Women Tech Council, along with Sarah Jones, with some of the top trends from this year's CES, which is just wrapping in Las Vegas. We've been talking about it and some great stuff once again making news. And some big health trends we saw this year, Sydney. Let's kind of dive into some of those because these are things that people can really get into.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so we love to go to CES, see all the really cool advances in technology. Health tech is always a really, really big category. So you're seeing things like clunky equipment now being much more streamlined into really nice, sleek tablet form. So for example, there's an ultrasound tablet now, so it makes it much more smoother experience for the technician, the doctor, the patient, right? You're seeing all this technology be much more streamlined. Imagine being able to see, you know, an integrated version of technology in like the gaming experience, right? So now it's not even just in the hospital, but in the gaming experience, you have heart monitors now that can measure your heart rate while you're gaming. There's all sorts of extensions of that, as you can imagine, such as sports gaming, video gaming. This is happens to be a racing simulation, and so you're seeing health tech start to be integrated into other technology experiences also. So now this is a fun one. I wish I had this. Imagine seeing your baby in high definition in utero, right? I never had this, but not just in high definition, but a simulated version of your baby, right? To kind of smooth out those lines and being able to really have that experience of seeing your baby like, wow, you know, technology has come a long way.
You can go and get those 3D ultrasounds now, and that's been around for a while, but this is an altogether different animal. This is wild. That's
right, and seeing the motion and just seeing their expressions, and it's just transforms the parenting experience, right? Another big one that's also we're always watching is med tech, right? What's happening in technology in the medical field and surgeries, right? Becoming much less invasive by being able to send robotics into really small, dangerous areas, making it much less invasive for the patient. So this has really transformed the area of medical care and health care.
And this trend actually ties into 5G. So 5G, the network, it gives you the ability to use robotics for surgery.
With that real-time technology you were talking.
Exactly.
Also, lots of developments in the connected life realm, and I'm not even quite sure what that is.
Exactly. So in this whole connected life, basically, we're going to see every appliance and every device that you work with, it's connected, right? Our kids are growing up in a world where they just talk, right, and things happen. And that's one of the things that you see at CES, right? And so everything from big trend of connecting the bathroom this year. So you've got the mirror, right? You walk into your bathroom and you can just say, hey, Google or Alexa, turn on the water. Right, and so now all of those devices, they'll turn on the water to the temperature you want. You're going to be controlling the lights that are sitting there in front of you, whether you need them brighter or dimmer. I mean, you can turn on music. Everything inside of that environment becomes that way. And this is just an ongoing trend. It also goes even into things where, as you've got deliveries coming into your home, now you're just authorizing those on a device. So when Amazon shows up, now they just use a device and an authorized key for them to put those packages inside of your home. This is a big trend on all the parcel protection. We've heard about the trunk,
we've heard about the garage and the front door. I mean, this is going to take a next step, I guess?
Exactly. Exactly, and you're creating that secure authorization in real time. And we're just going to keep going there. One of my favorite trends is what's happening in the kitchen. So I love the connected refrigerator and the ability for it to have a camera, so when I'm in the store I can see what's in my fridge. It can predict recipes. It can connect that to what I have available. It can communicate to my family. It really becomes this connected hub, and you're seeing not only the refrigerator become connected, but all of your ovens.
You think that's practical, though? Can people really adopt that?
Well,
yes.
I think the refrigerator is a no-brainer. I need that.
Yes. When you go to the grocery store and you're like, I didn't look through my refrigerator. I have no idea what I have and what I don't have.
And it can tell you like what you have in your refrigerator?
You can scan expiration dates, but the video feed is also live, so I can just see that there are no eggs in the fridge.
Okay.
Right, and then I can grab those, which
That's
I really
interesting.
love. Yeah. So a couple of other ones that are some of our favorite ones. So Kohler launched the smart toilet. So it's an Alexa-enabled toilet that Kohler announced, where you can tell it to warm up, to have lights on it, whatever you can imagine that it could do, it can do, and it's voice activated. And this is one of the most talked about elements of CES, was the launch of this earlier this week. And then one of the other really popular trends this year, I mean, you can see that toilet there, so now I'm going to switch topics completely, is in the food space. So there is what's called the bread bot.
Yes.
It's a vending machine that makes fresh bread every 6 minutes. So we've seen cupcakes, now we got bread.
You can turn it off, though. It doesn't just continually make bread all day long.
Every 6 minutes you gotta eat bread. The carbs are coming. I'm just kidding. I love this idea from the fresh baked bread. And then one of the other trends that we have to mention, because everyone's talking about it, is the rollable television. So LG had an amazing booth this year, fully immersive with OLED. We've got 8K televisions coming out, but the rollable television that just disappears into your room so that your television isn't always there, that's amazing. This is one of my favorite ones that got introduced at CES this year, is the ability for those pixels to now take shape and disappear into your space.
Wow. It's amazing. It's amazing what technology can do, not only to our lives, but particularly in the medical field and in manufacturing as well. It's just sky's the limit.
That's right. And that's what I think you see going on here. It's why 200,000 people show up, is that it is really core to how our lives are changing and so rapidly. You know, 5G is linked to autonomous driving. Right, and that drives safety, it drives all sorts of other interactions that are really important for our communities, and CES has become the foundational place for that.
It's amazing stuff, guys. Sarah, Sydney, thanks so much for hanging out and giving us the download from a big week in Los Angeles.